Nucleus Vision at 2.4 cents. In 34 days, it went to 5 cents. We bought Ethereum at $366 on the channel, called it. If you guys are on my Telegram, you guys would know. The price of Ethereum is about $780. So if you did, you know some math, right? We did pretty good. April was great. And what we're excited about is Swipecoin, and what we're about to add with Coin Academy, which one of my partners, Zach, we put that together for all of you guys to get a really basic understanding of what crypto's going. Because listen, and I want you guys to all answer this question. We see it on the slideshow for iMarkets Live all the time. How much money flows in one day in Forex? 5.3, right? Do you guys know how much money flows in just one day in crypto? Just 24 billion. It takes 1,000 billions to be 1 trillion. So if crypto is going to be the almighty future digital currency, isn't it exciting where we're headed? We're not even at 1 trillion market cap. Guys, JP Morgan, so Chase, their market cap is just as big as the entire market cap of cryptocurrency. That puts perspective, right? Because a lot of people tell me, Nick, is it too late? Alex bought, some Bitcoin back in the day. We bought some Bitcoin back in the day, and a lot of people said, did we miss the bubble? Did we miss the wave? I want you guys to understand, we're just getting started. There's, and another crazy fact for you all, do you know how many cryptocurrencies there's out there right now? There's 1,600. 1,600. And still, a market that's not even a fifth of what Forex is every single day. So what we're going to be talking about is, of course, the basics of crypto. But I want you guys to understand this. Look, I don't want you guys to look at cryptocurrency as monetary value. I want you guys to understand the technology. Because once you understand the technology, you guys will understand where we're headed as a market, as an industry. Does that make sense? Because I don't want you guys throwing money at blindly. Most of you didn't invest into crypto because you weren't educated at first, right? Because that's me. I did so much research on Bitcoin, on Ripple, on Ethereum, years, that eventually it made sense. I wasn't just hoping $100 to turn into 10 million. Does that make sense? But once I understood where we're headed with blockchain technology, it all changed. So I'm going to cover the barter system really, really quick. I only got about 15 minutes here, but pretty much we evolved in money. All right? Who remembers? All right, I wasn't, the pagers. We see the music industry. We see all of how everything's become digital. We have Tesla cars with Batman wings, right? And these cars now are literally driving themselves. But something that has yet to evolve in the world is called money. It's money. Banks still close at 5 p.m. Still at 5 p.m. It still takes 7 business days to transact with someone internationally. There is 30% of the world is unbanked. I'm Colombian, so if I send money to my friends and family at home, they charge 15%. That's crazy, right? So this market, cryptocurrency, its technology, is here to change everything. And how we've done it is we used to be at the barter system, and if you've took economics, you went to high school at least, you're going to understand what does a currency need to be. All right? It can't be counterfeited. Bitcoin is literally impossible to be counterfeited. It can't have deflation, okay? And at the same time, it has to be able to be divisible, transported. That's everything that Bitcoin is. Because in the barter system, when we used to transact, me and Julian, for example, I had a bunch of chickens. I wanted some cow. What would I do? I go to a nearby village, Julian village, and I would go to his village and I'd exchange some chickens for some cow. But what happened in the barter system is the lack of coincidence. I couldn't exchange my chickens for cows and vice versa. So eventually, we went to the metal money, coins, gold, silver, but we couldn't travel all around the world. My man, the Stotts, he couldn't hang his bag full of gold and just, go to Europe. It's dangerous. We can't divide that money. We went to the paper money. We're talking about China, the IOU. They started the first paper money. And from there, the dollar bill came out. And at first, it was backed by the gold standard. You guys understand that, right? Anyone got a $100 bill, just want to wave it around? Anybody? Well, that $100 bill, oh, we got one back there, all right, right there. That $100 bill, do you know what it's backed by? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like nothing. It's backed by trust you have in the government and that dollar bill. So when it comes to crypto, it is the first time, and we talk right here, it is the first time that we're going to be able to have technology, Internet 2.0. And that's what blockchain is all about. It is creating information for it to be literally impossible to be tampered with. We have countries like Chile already implementing this. We have countries like Argentina already implementing pretty much blockchain. And what does it stand? A digital ledger that can be programmed to record not just financial transactions, but virtually everything. If you look at the old financial ledger, you think of transactions. Let's look at another ledger. Who transacts with, for example, PayPal? Raise your hand. You trust in PayPal for those numbers to be correct. Mind-blowing. But you trust it, and you hope it's right. But when it comes to a decentralized blockchain, it has to be a computers and all people around verifying the same exact information. See, right now we live in a space where we can only depend on PayPal. If PayPal is wrong, we have nothing to say. If PayPal loses our information, there's nothing to do. You guys understand that? If their numbers are wrong, it's wrong. And it's one central authority. What blockchain is creating, and hence the name blockchain, is information in blocks that is literally transported and stored through what is called the blockchain. And I'm not going to go too much into it because time's running out. But pretty much what cryptocurrencies have done is creating the first decentralized peer-to-peer network. And I want you guys to just really understand where crypto is headed. Not by monetary value, not thinking Bitcoin is going to be 100,000, 500,000, $1 million, $2. It doesn't matter. The technology behind it is what matters. It's the first decentralized peer-to-peer payment network. That means I could send somebody $5,000 in London, and they'll have it in 5 seconds. And there's no one in between. So if I give $100 to Jonathan, right, there's no bank. There's no Visa. There's no 3% from a merchant. Do you guys understand that? That's what crypto is all about. Because I'm sure you all can agree with me, when it comes to the banking industry, they control the money supply, correct? Wars are started by money, politics. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, our belief is that we're going to take control. The community, the people, is who's going to have control. And that's what Bitcoin is all about. And it started in 2009. Right, by Satoshi Nakamoto, and it's ran by a network of computers. And I know the price says 11,000, don't get excited. It's about 9,800 right now. It's an old PowerPoint. But I want you guys to understand something. There will only be 21 million coins. That's it. Think about the US dollar. They're printing $100 bills every day. That's why inflation. If you remember 5 years ago what you could do with $100, it's completely different than what you could do with it right now. You can barely go to dinner. If you go to dinner with Julian, it doesn't work out, right? So when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's 17 million. I got to update that number. There's 17 million coins already in circulation. What do you think happens as we get closer to the 21 million? Value goes up. There's only going to be 21 million. And like I spoke about, a currency needs to be divisible. You guys understand that? If you guys look at the bottom, it could be broken up to 8 decimals. The myth is that once a Bitcoin is worth $1 million, one Satoshi, which is a little piece of Bitcoin, will be worth 1 penny. So we'll be able to go to Starbucks, you ladies, just scan, and you pay coffee with whatever cryptocurrency. Now, I know most of you guys have understood the crypto. Some of you guys already have Bitcoin. Some of you guys are already trading leveraged. What I wanted to talk about is ICOs. And this is a little bit more advanced. This is if you guys already have some Bitcoin, some Ethereum. Maybe you guys know about ERC20 tokens. But simple. Who has ever invested in the stock market? Just raise your hand. There's been something called an IPO, correct? And before the IPO, there was Series A, Series B, Series C investors, which none of us could invest. None of us. Unless you're an accredited investor making $200,000 a year, or have a net worth of $1 million, or you have the right connections. And that's it. There's no way. For example, the IPO for Snapchat was $17. Did you know there was investors that bought shares at 4 cents? That's crazy. 4 cents. 4 cents. And we, the public, were buying it at $17. What an ICO is, it's very simple. It's an unregulated means, and keyword unregulated, by which funds are raised for new cryptocurrencies. Okay? And it's simple. It's a way to raise capital with no intermediaries, with no governments, no one telling you what to do. So it could be scary, but very prosperous. All right? Now, in IML TV, we teach people how to find the next up-and-coming ICOs. Did you guys know Ethereum's ICO was 31 cents? 31 cents. It's $780 right now. If you looked at Stratus, it was 0.007 of a cent. Stratus is now $12. If you looked at NEO, which was originally Ant shares, it was 3.2 pennies. And you guys had no idea this existed. You see that? And you know the beauty of it is, here we're not capped. All of you guys could have invested in an ICO. That's exciting. Because let me tell you guys something. Compared to IPOs, like I told you, you need to be accredited, you need to be licensed, you need to have the connections. And in IPOs, it's very, very simple. You're investing into a privately company that's going public, all right? A private company that either has made multiple millions already and is going public. When it comes to an ICO, it's completely different. It's a tool used to pretty much raise startups. So Ethereum needed money to fulfill their smart contracts and their blockchain technology. They needed money. You guys ever hear of startups? That's what an ICO is, but in the blockchain space. So once you guys understand what that is in the ICO space, see how much time we got, 6 minutes, I want to show you guys this. You can't see the percentages too much, but Nexus, that's an ROI. 1,437,000% return on investment. Let's look at IOTA. 561,000 ROI. Can you imagine that? So what are we in IML as educators and traders trying to teach you all of the next up-and-coming ICOs? Because they're coming. And most of you all still have that, disbelief that crypto might disappear. But once you understand what blockchain is all about, the technology, where we're headed, it's going to snap. And you're going to see a company like Ripple, for example, that's transferring money from unbanked to banked, from institution to institution, and it's not just looking at it as monetary value, but once you understand the technology, these results are possible. One of the coins I called, his name is OneChain, and I strongly recommend you guys do your due diligence and do some research. WANCHAIN. Its ICO was at 34 cents. It's $10. Any of you could have been involved in the ICO. Any of you. You didn't have to be accredited. You didn't have to have $1 million net worth. One of our educators actually in IML, IML Academy, he actually himself got himself involved in the ICO with $1,000 at 34 cents. $1,000, 34 cents at $10 now. So what we're trying to do here with iMarkets Live is very, very simple. It's put you guys in a position to win when it comes to initial coin offerings. Because I get told this whole time, well, what is this going to pop? Is this a bubble that's going to disappear? How do we take advantage? First of all, you guys have Swipecoin. Picasso, if you don't know Picasso, his name's Picasso for a reason. Okay? Let's start with that. I've been following this man for years. And we, iMarkets Live, are blessed. And you have no idea, we are blessed as a company at Christopher Terry that we can combine Picasso with this company. Because it's going to get us that much closer to 1 million customers. So not only do we have his signals, and just to pretty much clear the air, you could trade it both leveraged and non-leveraged when it comes to Swipecoin. If you guys go to the bottom, it'll tell you exchange and platform. Because you guys probably saw currencies you've never heard in your life. EOS, EDO, what? Is this Ethereum? It's not. It's different coins. Okay? But once you traded leveraged on MetaTrader, you could also then buy it in exchanges. And these exchanges are called Binance. He puts it down called Bitfinex. You register. It's like a broker, but it's an exchange. When you're trading non-leveraged, it means you're holding the digital asset. Does that make sense? I'm not putting a buy BTC USD on Forex. I own Bitcoin. See, I store it in a wallet. Not my wallet, but a wallet, an online wallet. Okay? That's what you guys have the ability with Swipecoin. Now, I strongly recommend you guys go on the Coin Academy and you knock out Basic 1, Basic 2, Basic 3, Basic 4. Zach and myself poured a lot of work into this so you guys could get an understanding. Because look, let me tell you something about cryptocurrency. Everyone thinks there's a guru. Everybody. They're on YouTube. They made $1,000. They're selling their course. They're selling this. They're selling that. Look, it's so difficult to find information for cryptocurrency. And we are doing our hardest. Like, we're trying to work so hard for you guys because in this space of crypto, there's more questions than answers. There's no information. And Chris wanted to put this together to help all of you guys be the first movers in this space. What did I say? There is no, all right, there we go. Yeah, let's clap it up. Keep in mind, we're in an industry, we're not even a trillion market. You guys understand that? We're not even at 1 trillion. Chris wants you guys to learn what this is all about. The technology, and take these trades with us. Because if you bought one chain at 280 and it's $10 like Johnny did, then he took me to dinner, right? You know, that makes, you get excited. So it's just, I want you guys to really apply Swipecoin, take Coin Academy, and I'm going to close it off. We got 10 more minutes. I thought it was 4 minutes and it was 14. But anyways, when it comes to cryptocurrency, the internet stock bubble, 94, 95, 96. Some of you guys were a part of that. I was born in 95, so clearly I wasn't. All right? When it comes to the internet stock bubble, 5 companies, maybe a handful, survived after 1999. You guys know what those companies were? Cisco, eBay, PayPal, Google. You guys can name them. Amazon. That's going to happen. You guys understand? There's going to be a pop in this market. What we're trying to do to teach you all is to grab those 5, 10 companies and coins that are going to survive that. Because this space, look, there's 1,600 different currencies, cryptocurrencies. That's too much. That's too much. Like, they got a coin for shoes, they got a coin for shirts, it's not needed. So when it comes to some of these coins disappearing, because if you go to coinmarketcap.com, that's where all the coins are listed at the top left. You guys will see it's 1,500 at times. Sometimes it's 1,600. And I go, well, where did these 100 coins go, right? Like, these are startups that failed. And people without information and no education invested, and their money's gone. So what IML is trying to do is educate you guys so you could look at a company, you could look at a whitelist, you could look at a cryptocurrency and understand its utility. I only invest in utility. So if you just take one note, invest in cryptocurrency with use case and utility. So invest in crypto with coins that have use case and utility. Because we're in a space right now in cryptocurrency where they hype everything. It's the most manipulated market there is. There was a rumor about Apple partnering with Ripple. The coin shot up 25%. Rumor. It wasn't a fact. It was a rumor. Then we had Ripple partner with American Express, like a real partnership. The coin moved 3%. It doesn't make sense, right? But that's the type of market we're in. One of my mentors always said, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And in crypto, remember what I said. Chase Bank is the same size as the whole space. You think one guy with a lot of money can't move it? You guys asked that same question in Forex. It's clearly a no, but here in crypto, you can. If someone has 3,000 Bitcoins, they could short the market and move it. I hope you guys understand that. So if instead of being scared, you could be proactive and learn about when these moves are coming. When the Bitcoin contracts and the futures end, the market drops 20%. But these are things you got to know. You got to play chess with the market makers. It's all about playing chess. So I want you all to write one thing, and this is what I'm going to pretty much talk about for the next 7 minutes we have here. When you look at a cryptocurrency, how is it different from everything else out there? I invested in one of the coins called Nucleus Vision that we talked about in IML TV. If you go to their website, it's a cryptocurrency in India right now with 10 partners, stores, over 250 franchises that are soon going to be developed. And you walk in, there's a sensor in every single corner in the room, and it'll know who you are, your last purchase, your favorite color, what type of tie you have been looking at for you men, what type of dress shoes you've been looking at, what size belt you wear, and it'll give that to the iPad dude in the front at the register. It's called AI, artificial intelligence. And as we progress, what Nucleus Vision is doing is sends out that information to the guy at the front, and he's going to know everything about you. He could be the worst salesman and still sell you, right? So what does that do for you? Cuts time. The guy already knows what you want, so it's just showing up, right? And he could sell you on everything that you know you're going to love. So Nucleus Vision is partnered with some companies like Sephora, Gap, big companies you guys have never, you've heard of, but you've never heard of Nucleus Vision. They're actually partnering with the Indian government to put this in a lot of these stores. So I'm not, and for no reason is this investment advice, just putting that out there, disclaimers. I'm just giving you guys some education as when it comes to these coins. Because when you find use case, when you find utility, because there's a lot of coins, you could go on CoinMarketCap and you could literally go to a coin and it's going up 100%. And you ask yourself, why is it any different? It's because people are pumping it, there's rumors, but is that something you want to be a part of? Not at all. I'd rather get 30% on my money every year than try to risk and get 100% knowing that my investment is safe. Long ball, vision, long ball, vision. Does that make sense? Do you guys want to invest in cryptocurrencies? Maybe it might not move 300% in a month, or 500% in a month, or 600% in a month, but you know that coin's one of the 5 that's going to survive. You got to be prepared. Remember how I said be proactive? That's what we're doing here. So to close it off, we have about 4 minutes. I want you guys to understand risk. Look, this market is the most manipulated market in the world. Anybody can move it, like I said. So be smart. When you're trading leveraged, you guys on MetaTrader, that 0.10 you usually put, do a 0.05, excuse me. Even do a 0.02. The market moves so much when it comes to leverage that you all need to protect those gains you've done with swipe trades, those gains you've done with IML TV, those gains you've done trading on your own. Because let me tell you, the market moves so quick. Picasso could have done the perfect analysis. But if the wrong article hits the internet, the market drops 30%. Sometimes technical analysis, it doesn't exist in cryptocurrency. It could be the perfect bullish pendant, flag, stochastic, everything's just indicating a buy. Tomorrow, Korea bans cryptocurrency. So when trading leverage, you have to be very keen and very smart when it comes to your lot size. When it comes to non-leveraged, your money can disappear. The only way if it disappears is if you throw some money at Fufu Coin, or you know what I mean, something that you know you're in bad news, but you still do it, thinking you're going to get rich. Don't do that, okay? So The only way you guys could literally lose your money is doing that in non-leveraged. It's the only way. So when investing in leveraged trading, little by little, work your lot size, be very small with it until you understand. Because most of you guys, this is your first time trading cryptocurrency on MetaTrader, and it's scary. You could be up $1,000 in 1 minute, and then your account's gone in the next. It's happened to me. And you all know, because I know. I've blown like 8 accounts this year, and it's terrible. All right? Johnny's been there. It's terrible. It's not the best. So that's why I trade non-leverage, because your money can't disappear. Right? So when you're trading leverage, small lot sizes. When it comes to non-leverage, be smart with the picks. Get on my channel. Get on the other IML educators' channel, because we're here to literally teach you guys what's not out there. I learned cryptocurrency through forums in Japanese and Korea. That's how I learned, and through some mentors I have over there as well. But other than that, there's not a lot of info. There's not. So the faster you all get educated, I strongly believe May, the crypto market's going to pop. There's an event the 14th and the 15th called the Consensus event, where it's not open to the public. It's open to all the governments, companies, institutions, and they're going to meet with ICOs, big CEOs already in the space, and you guys are starting to see the news that on CNBC that Bitcoin's going right back up, right? It's all manipulation. The big banks, the big institutions already positioned themselves when it dropped to $6 grand. What happened in the stock exchange pretty much in 94, 95, 96, this is what happened. I'm going to put this down quick. The individual investors, which was us, it's us right now in crypto, swapped hands with the VCs, venture capitalist funds, the angel investors, because the market tanked. So the institutional investors positioned themselves right when the stocks dropped, and then it popped right back up. That's what's happening right now. You're seeing Goldman Sachs launching their own trading desk for crypto. You're seeing JP Morgan positioning themselves in crypto. Are you guys starting to understand how it's slowly trickling up? May is going to be a phenomenal month, and I hope you all take advantage. But please get educated. I'm extremely excited to be here, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to get back to me. Thank you so much.
All right, take a minute right now, grab your camera, take a shot. This is a big night, and it leads to an even bigger day tomorrow.